Okay, so 5 days ago, I reported on DMA cheating in Tarkov. That video can be found here. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go see it. It'll give you all the ins and outs of cheating with DMA and how it worked to the best of my knowledge. In that video, I outlined why DMA cheating is becoming more and more concerning to me. It's definitely becoming more popular with cheaters. Around 2 years ago, it was really uncommon for someone in Tarkov to be cheating and using a DMA. But now, all this time later, it just seems to be becoming more and more common, and a lot of cheat providers are moving towards having their own brand of DMA cheat product that they sell now. All the sales on DMA products in these communities have skyrocketed. They're all backdated. They cannot source all the DMAs and all the stuff quick enough to meet the demand for the amount of people that are flocking towards DMA right now, and a lot of cheaters are progressing towards it. Just yesterday, I was given information by a couple of people. A couple of people reached out to me. Apparently, there was a BANWAVE. I think this would be the first BANWAVE I've heard of for a DMA cheat in Tarkov, and apparently it's the firmware that gets detected, but I'll get into that now.
Another day, another disaster stream.
You're fucking banned, mate. You are getting perm. You're fucking banned, mate. You are getting perm. Enjoy the perm ban, you absolute dickhead, mate. You're fucking banned, mate. You are getting perm. It happens every fucking day, multiple people. So shut your fucking mouth, because you think you know shit when you don't. Shut your fucking mouth, you idiot. You're fucking banned, mate. You are getting perm. Shut your fucking mouth, you idiot.
Classic.
Okay, so unfortunately, I've been doing this for a while now. I don't know, it's been about a year. I've noticed going into these cheating communities, they're starting to post announcements and warnings about anyone talking to content creators about cheating, and they're kind of cracking down a little bit. I just report on the stuff, you know what I mean? I'm not working directly with BSG. You know, I doubt BSG would ever even watch my videos in the first place. I make these videos more so for the player base to watch. So if people actually want to go somewhere for facts and learn the actual state of the game with no bullshit, this is a place where you can come. You will see that on this channel. It's not going to be some streamer or some dude just making up a theory, or this is the most up-to-date state of the game and what's going on that I can give you, and that's kind of what I like to do here. No rats allowed, apparently, in these Discords anymore. There's been a couple of announcements, but yeah. So we'll head into the DMA community. Okay, so this is an announcement in one of the DMA communities. It says, it looks like there was a BANWAVE on EFT today. Some people got hit. At this time, it does not look like the product or any features are detected, since there is a large number of us, including myself, who are still fine and playing actively. Furthermore, some bans have been reported on accounts that have not even played in a long time. If you are banned, please open a ticket. So that was the very first announcement. And then not long after this, they made an announcement saying, the data that I have reviewed so far does not indicate any specific pattern so far. Most people do have cards with factory firmware. Multiple different DMA cards and firmware are reporting bans, but some people did not get banned. No emulated card reported any bans. See, blah, blah, blah. So usually what happens, if you don't know how these communities work, I'll explain it to you. When you're using a specific cheat, because of how constantly there's ban waves and how constantly certain features might get detected, or if someone's cheating, they'll have to constantly check in with the cheating community. They'll have to check announcements. They'll have to see what's going on in general and just get a general update every day or two of what's going on with the cheat, what's safe to use, whether there's ban waves going on at the moment, whether there's lots of manual bans going on at the moment. They've generally got to keep a general up-to-date in their head and understand the best way to get away with what they're doing. You know, if you listen to other people talk about the state of Tarkov, they'll tell you that, you know, BSG likes cheaters in their game and all this other garbage. That's not the case. If you're cheating in this game, you're constantly going into these communities. You're checking announcements. You're checking general. You're trying to keep on top of all of your stats. You're trying to learn what the trends are with bans. Are they banning for this lately? Are they keeping an eye on this lately? That's just what you have to do when you're cheating because of just how unstable it is. You could get banned at any moment, you could lose your account, and none of these guys want that. That's why there's always so much updates going on, and you should see these discords implode when there's a ban wave. It just goes insane. If you are banned, and you're using factory flush firmware, more than a year old, we recommend upgrading your firmware before you play again. It's possible they could delay and ban you in a week. See, that's another thing too I've noticed with BattleEye and BSG. The way their bans work is it's just super unpredictable. There could be a ban wave and, maybe only 30% of the users of that cheat will get banned. And then I don't know what they do. I don't know how they do it. It's like some kind of trap or some kind of thing that they do, but they'll wait. They just go in this weird limbo mode where they just wait 3 weeks and then there'll be a monstrous ban wave. And I've seen it happen multiple times over and over now. There was a Russian cheat around New Year's that had a ban wave. And it was weird. It was the other way around. It was a big ban wave, and then about 3 weeks later, it was one about half the size. And then recently with the Chinese cheat, the number one sold cheat, that one had a kind of smallish ban wave, and then about 3-4 weeks later, a huge one. So it's just really random. And I think the way they do it is it's so they can gather more information. It's so they can, the main goal is to knock these cheat providers out. And, the main thing that sells a cheat is reputation and safety. When someone's buying a cheat, they want to know that they're not going to get banned. And if they're going into these communities looking at purchasing a cheat and all they're seeing is just constant bans and a cheat is not reputable, they're not going to buy it. They're going to go elsewhere to a more reputable cheat because their main concern is just playing the game and not getting banned while using cheats. Okay? Most people cheating, they don't just set out to get banned and rage cheat. There's a very small amount of people that do that. The majority of them are just the casual dude cheating that wants to get away with it and go under the radar and do everything he can to avoid a ban. So in summary, multiple different DMA cheats are going through a lot of bans right now. Not even the cheat providers can work out how. And if I just can give you my opinion, I've seen this multiple times before, like with the Russian cheat and then the Chinese cheat. And now the exact same thing's happening with these DMAs. Usually there'll be like these weird little waves of bans and then it will just go quiet for 3 weeks. And then there's just going to be a monstrous ban wave. And they do it in this way to just keep these people guessing. They do it, it's like a tactical thing that they do. If they have the ban wave at the exact same time every year, like everyone seems to say, there's always a ban wave a week before wipe. No, the reality is not even these cheat providers can tell their customers when there's going to be a ban wave. It's super random. It's done in a way so that it just keeps these people constantly guessing. They are constantly having to get updates. It's done to keep these people on their toes. It's not easy to cheat in this game anymore. The days of cheating for an entire wipe stress-free and easily are over. If you manage to last a wipe cheating, I'd be surprised. You'd have to just be really playing. I mean, you'd probably have better stats if you just played normally. You'd probably get more kills. That's basically where it's at right now. And my prediction, there's a huge ban wave coming up, and this is just the start of it. Like I've said before in the last video, keep an eye out for all these streamers all of a sudden that magically stop playing the game now that all these DMA providers aren't safe anymore either, because the fact that these guys are going through ban waves right now is insane. Because from day one, even when I was involved in these communities, DMA was supposed to be the safest form of cheating in this game. Beyond the Chinese cheat that lasted 3 years, DMA was like the bee's knees. Now, not so much. My prediction is next wipe. I feel like for cheating, I might be wrong. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. I feel like, obviously it's going to be bad at the start of the wipe. That's when a lot of people flock to the game to play it. But I feel like next wipe, in terms of cheating, is probably going to be the best wipe in a long time because the detections and all the stuff going on lately and the work that BSG and BattleEye are putting in against cheating right now. It's just so unstable to cheat right now, and I feel like next wipe in a whole will probably be the best place for cheating in this game that it's ever been in. Yes, it's going to rise at the start of the wipe. It always does. That's when more people flock to the game. So in turn, more cheaters will come to the game. But in general, I feel like it'll be a very good wipe. That's the video, gentlemen. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. That's pretty much the update.